Welcome back to the non-league adventure, albeit we're in Football League now, with me, GW365, playing as Eastleigh FC in season 2020-21. Yeah, this is season 6. First of all, I want to apologise for yesterday's episode because I've had to be quiet in it, and I really wish I could just get a break where I can actually do some videos, like get a run of videos done when there's no one in. Like key ones, such as the first episode of the season. Right, last time you joined us though, however, we won our first game of the season. We trounced Yeovil, I want to say. It was Yeovil. 3-0. And then we had a tough game against Fulham in the Capital One Cup. We weren't helped by the fact we were down to 10 men on the hour mark, but we were 2-1 down. 3-0 down. 3-1 down, sorry, at the time. We just got a goal straight after half time. Mark Kerr getting the goal. I'll get onto him shortly as well. Getting the goal back, but they were just too strong. Geraldo Martin, a bit unlucky with an own goal. Tried to defend it and headed it like a 50 pence head. Went over the bar. Worth noting that the team, look at the players they had. Richard Stearman, he's a decent player. Tom Cleverley, I mean, yes, I know he gets a lot of stick in real life, but he's a great player for this league. For Championship, let alone playing in the cup game. Tom Carroll, that's him that used to play. Well, he plays at the minute, I'm pretty sure, for Tottenham. James Emery, he was at Leeds recently, but I mean, he's 31. Tom Kearney, another player who was absolutely class. Like, he's half of these players, most of them are described as at least decent players for the Premier League. And Stevie May, leading player for the Championship, and he just literally tore us apart single-handedly. Yeah, basically. Sam Vokes on the bench, not even coming on. So yeah, they had a really strong side. Unfortunately, Miggins did get sent off, so it meant he missed the next game. As you can see with the stats, we more than matched them. Just they took their chances. And we went into the next game away against Forest Green. This was the first game I've played today. I've played the last couple of games, and literally we got a free kick in the last 91 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm like, go on, Walsh, just bend it in top corner, and it wasn't quite the top corner. Bit of a keeper howler in my opinion, but it's no more than what we deserve. We deserve to go away with the 3 points on the balance of play, and yeah, we deserved it. Simple as that. We followed that up with an emphatic win, 8-2 against bottom of the league Bury, albeit only after like 2 games. Callum Saunders getting the man of the match and a hat-trick as well to go with it. But you know, we had 6 different scorers. The only downside was that they got 2 goals, but yeah, we were laughing. We were having a giraffe. No one got less, apart from the goalkeeper, than an 8.18 rating. Even the subs got over the 7, apart from Grimshaw, who didn't get a score whatsoever because he came on too late. But yeah, very good performance. That with Joe Partington in defence, which kind of struck me as odd. We followed that up with a game against Burton away, and unfortunately we couldn't reach the same heights. But Johnny Bate bailed us out. We went 1-0 down. We did have the better of the play. Not as much possession as I would have liked, but yeah, we managed to get come from behind and do a Brendan Rodgers special, show some great character to get back in front and win the game 2-1. Johnny Bate with both the goals, like I said. We did start with left back Jack Senior on the left because Geraldo was in international duty and we couldn't use him. Yeah, so Miggins came back into that side as well, having missed the Forest Green game. I think he played in the Bury game as well, to be fair. And then most recently we had a game against Shrewsbury, and we same again. They had a penalty, and we came back from that to win 2-1. Much deserved once again. Adel Nabi getting the man of the match. Yeah. Right. Two things. One is I was going to say I was going to do the Crawley game. Crawley and Plymouth, both the games got put back because of international duty. So yeah, there is that. Johnson Paint Trophy, by the way, it says that you've got to play at least 6 players that played in this game here, which strikes me as a bit odd. So let's just have a quick look at this again. So of all these players, I've got to play 6 of them. I'll probably stick with Naby, Geraldo. They've all had a long rest. Probably these two. I think we're going to be having no issues. The only place I want to change is probably Partington because he had a poor game. Yeah, other news is transfer news, and unfortunately, yeah, we're not letting Jaskainen go out on loan, especially if not for no wages. But he's been doing rather well. Downside, Mark Kerr's gone. He came in. West Ham came with a bid for about 50,000. Let me have a look at the deal, if I can. Contract info, is it that? Yeah, this is the deal that they agreed with us. They said there were £50,000 over like 12 months, over a year. I can't remember what it was now. I can't remember how we check it out. But basically, yeah, there were a few like additions like selling clauses and things like that. But basically, what the main thing was, I would have liked to kept him, but they came in 50 grand plus, you know, a few additions. It averaged out about 250,000 in total. That's what it was worth. Then I just thought, oh, I'll see if I can get like 1 million for him because, as it stands, if you look over here, Andrew Powell, and Ken Curran are currently in on loan, and Geraldo Martin can play on the right. If I go to tactics screen, and I mean they are good enough. I mean at the minute, 3.5-star players, you know, so at this moment in time they are good. But Andrew Powell, he's the same. He's 3-star, 4-star, maybe 5-star potential. So I didn't see any reason why not to accept it, but it was taken out of my hands anyway because the board accepted it, and as a result, we are now in the black, or white as it would otherwise be known. We were on 700,000, and already within like less than a month, we've gone down to 700,000. So it's not good, but however, they did say they'd give us 55% of the transfer revenue, and we have got from that million, literally 50,000 to spend. But we didn't end up spending anything. I did have a look at one player, but the agent was basically being a bit of a dick. So yeah, we're not going to be bringing anyone else in. He was 29 to be fair, which I was trying to get him on a 1-year deal. His agent was trying to get him a 2-year deal, which I wasn't really willing to give someone who was going to be 31 at the end of that, who was probably not going to be sold on. I was willing to pay about 10,000 for fees and agent fees and whatever, sign-on fees, but it was wanting him to have like 2 grand a week, and I really can't afford it when I've already got 2 decent options in Ken Curran, and Andrew Powell, who has just come back from injury, as has Jake McCarthy. So this is what we do. Piers Kerr, unfortunately, travelling. Can't you just like do a Star Trek style teleport or something? Jake McCarthy I do want to get him on the bench somewhere because, you know, the option. In fact, it's probably going to be Jack Senior that's going to miss. No, Finnan is kind of not fit. Bobby Mosley, unfortunately, you're going to miss out, even though you played well in the last game that you played in, which is kind of unfortunate for you. But saying that, Miggins didn't have the best game. I'm tempted to give you a bit of a rest. I don't want... I just noticed that. You're going to have to play, old chum. So I usually like to have a keeper in cup competitions, but it looks like I'm not going to get much of a choice. So Bobby Mosley, welcome back into the substitutions area. Partington I don't want playing at the back. Worth noting that Akko Wright did actually have an injury, a strained wrist or something. He'd had some protective gear, but it wasn't to be. Right, Jake McCarthy, is it too soon for you to come back in? Possibly, but I'm still going to put you back in because, in fact, you know what? You can go there, Grimshaw. You can have a game. Because you are the covering one, which I know you're not the tallest, but at least you kind of fit the bill. I'm going to stick with the rest of the team the same. Ken Curran's been doing all right recently, 7.62 average rating for the last 5 games. Overall, 8.707, which is fantastic. Grimshaw's been trying to play at centre back, and obviously he's not the tallest, so he doesn't win many headers, as many as what you'd think, which is why it's affecting him. He's effectively a right back for us, but he's the only covering defender that can play at centre back like well. Whereas Partington can play there, but he's only like half a star, like Liam Walsh is. But Liam Walsh, it's a specialised area basically. Right, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into the game. We're winning every single game in the league so far. It's filling me with quite a lot of confidence, but I can't get complacent because we know what happens when I get complacent. You end up like Curzon Ashton and finish bottom of the league, which is what I did right at the beginning when we won 3-0. So, yeah, you can... Oh, hold on a minute. 2 substitutions outside. Callum Saunders would definitely need on the bench because he's a definite decent option to bring on. To be honest with you, I think Bobby Mosley, I think you've got to miss out again. I'm sorry, son. I'd like some left-hand side cover as well, if I could. I could write off Partington. That's a question. Because Kieran Farrell is my ball-winning midfielder. Like, change. And we need a winger. We need both wings, really, but Jack Senior, is he really going to be able to do anything? Yeah, I'm going to leave Jack Senior off. The 2 left backs are off, unfortunately. Biggins, what he was called. What's he called? I've forgotten his name. But yeah, he's gonna be quite good. Worth noting, Plymouth are a division above us. They are obviously favourites for this game, but yeah, we're gonna try his best to cause an upset. David Edgar, that's a name I can see there that's recognisable. But yeah, we are the underdogs, so I'm just gonna say we are the underdogs, and you know, morale is very high, but I'm not expecting anything from this game. Preferably I don't want penalties because we have got a game like very shortly. So Adel Nabi, we've been drawn as well already. If we win this game for the second round, if we win this game, we get a game against a team we've already faced and won in the last kick of the game, pretty much in Forest Green, which was the first time I believe I've actually beaten Forest Green. No, yeah, it is, yeah. It is, because we've faced someone with Curzon Ashton twice, or maybe 3 times. Once in a cup when we were in Panorama North, and then obviously twice in the league, and I think they got promoted. Apologise there, I think I just turned 13 again. My voice breaking. But getting into this game now, and hopefully we can cause some sort of upset. We did have a decent amount of possession and a decent amount of chances against Fulham, so I am hopeful that we can actually cause upset in this game. It is a trophy we are in with a slight chance to win. I mean, look at this. After 2 minutes, they've had 2% possession, and even now, after 3 minutes, not much more time, they've had 9% possession. Miggins has got it. Hesentalo tries to find Grimshaw, but it's given away now. O'Brien can break and plays a long ball towards Coulters. He's kind of in behind here. Squares it for Conley, and there you go. Simple as you like. I think if there's one place I do need to strengthen it is at the back. Most certainly the centre. So it might be an area I do look to kind of improve. Worst case scenario is we get knocked out of the cup. We can focus solely on the league until we get the FA Cup games. Obviously the FA Cup games are more viable in terms of on a financial front. It was actually not a square ball. It was a tackle from McCarthy, and Comley was there, took it into an empty net. Obviously we don't have Jaskalainen in net. What a coup he is, by the way. I think he's gonna be really good for the next two seasons or so. He's 21 years old as well, which is crazy paving. I think he's got more potential than what it says, unless it's because most of his potential's been wasted by not really playing. That is some bad news, Brown. Ken Curran is injured. The other winger has only just come back, Andrew Powell. He's going to come on now and try his luck. He did start most of the friendlies, did Andrew Powell, because his stats might have declined a little bit. Yeah, acceleration has gone down. And I think his pace as well. He was on 13 and 14 as far as I'm aware for pace and acceleration. But what struck me as really good was his technique in crossing. 16 and 15, and obviously with a high determination stat. The one downside to his game was his work rate, but hopefully he can do something about that. That's a great save from Maxted, but Danger's not gone yet. Powell heads away, but only as far as Sinclair. Which Sinclair is that, by the way? Sorry, I'm going to have to click on his name. I think it's number 11. No, that's Mark O'Brien. Never mind. I was thinking, is it Scott Sinclair or someone like that? Because there'll be about 30 now in this game. But McCarthy wins a header now, and now it's headed back across. Bate not really getting into the game. O'Brien. Upson. Begins as well to intercept the Man United loanee. That's Comley again. O'Brien. Upson. Having quite a bit of the ball now, it seems. Coulthurst is there. Great tackle from McCarthy. Falls to Sinclair. It's not going to be this Scott Sinclair because he's number 3, which means he's a left back. It's Frank Sinclair put on his football boots again at the age of about 56 or something. Doesn't matter because O'Brien scored from an Agyapong cross. And yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, we've had more possession. We've had a similar amount of chances, just haven't hit the target. When when you've got to lose out on using your main goalkeeper, and amongst like a couple of players that are injured and not fully fit, then you are always going to struggle. Akil Wright's a massive miss. The one good thing about Akil Wright is he's got some decent strength compared to the rest. Because if you look at Grimshaw, he's got 13 strength, which is okay, but he's not tall. And so is McCarthy. It's 13. It's okay. But you look at Akil Wright as we go 3-0 down. He's got 16 strength, which means he just beast modes everyone out of the way. And this is turning into a bit of a rout. It's kind of disappointing after the start we've had in League Two. Winning every single game. I'm just hoping this game doesn't knock our confidence too much, because obviously we are getting pummeled. But we've nearly enough our strongest side. But here's Naby. Can he get a goal back? Good effort, but it's over the bar. Miggins is having a bit of a mare, 6.2, as is McCarthy on his return from injury. It is cup competition though, so yeah, I'm not too disappointed. The main thing is the league, I think. Bates. Naby. If we can get a goal just before half time, who knows what could happen. Bate again. Charging forward, he's got defender for company. Now it's Powell. Substitute. Now it's Bate again. He's got away from his man, but for some reason he seemed to stay away. Maybe he got pulled back by the shirt, and the referee's having, I don't know, 10 quid on Plymouth to win. That's a poor header from McCarthy, and Coulthurst has got a good chance to make it 4, but he's hit into the side net, unfortunately for Eastleigh. Free kick, Upson takes, it's wide. He's not as good as Walsh at free kicks, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us. Maxted out wide to Murray. One thing I will say is I think goalkeepers are absolutely key on this game. That's a great little 1-2. Bate and Nabil. Naby even. Adil Naby is called. Not Abil. I'm losing my words. Wake up GW, even though it's like 9 o'clock at night. Comley though, for Plymouth. Plays it wide to O'Brien, but Miggins wins it this time. Geraldo hits the ball down the line and Bate is on it like in a flash. He's in a crossing position here, but he's only got Naby to aim for. Basham heads away, comes back to Bate. Inside to Walsh. Walsh in the shooting position. Has a go and scores. Pick that one out. He didn't score at all last season. He's got 2 already in the space of 7 games, I want to say. I think it's 7 games. And he's the one player who's been playing quite well. He had a 7 out of 10 before this, and just got it out of his feet, and boom. Nothing but net. And Walsh has given us a little glimmer just before half time. Who knows what could happen here. Upson, Comley, Coulthurst, good bit of passing, and Maxted keeps hold of the shot, which is kind of surprising. Oh, that's very poor control. Maxted saves the day as well. It was a simple pass to McCarthy. McCarthy having a really bad game. Just let them in once again. Nearly, making a deficit 3 goals again. Geraldo though knocks it down the line. Edgar's beaten to it by Bate. Can Bate finish this one? Oh, great save from Beanie. Beanie rolling back the years. If anyone knows who Beanie is, if you're a Leeds fan, you'll know who he is. I'm thinking of Mark Beanie, but it's obviously not Mark Beanie because he'll be about probably 55, something like that. He was playing around like the early to mid 90s, I think. Miggins in a crossing position, plays it inside to Geraldo. Walsh, the goal scorer. That's Geraldo again. Bit of ping ball, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to say table tennis for some reason. Table tennis? But anyway, Agyapong robs Murray of the ball. Can he win it back? He can't, but he can maul Agyapong, which is just as good. Is 12 strength. But Pritchard now finds Coulters. Obvious pass to Comley. Comley's away. Grimshaw with a great tackle. Last ditch. Sinclair. Is there a late twist in this first half? Pritchard to Comley. Wide it goes to Johnson. It's a good ball. He finds O'Brien with an equally good ball. Upson in a bit of space. It's played over the top. O'Brien gets in there and Maxted is forced into tipping the ball over the bar from the resulting cross. Upson crosses in. It's headed over the bar from that man Johnson as well. That went from 12 to 9 and that's 12 again. 12 to 9? 12 to 11. You know, we've matched them. We just haven't had much luck in front of goal. I've got to say I'm not happy though because we haven't played that well. The exception of one man. Either that or unlucky because we have been, in a way we've been unlucky. I will say that the players that need bollocking will get a bollocking, such as Jake McCarthy. I'm half tempted to take him off and put Akil Wright on. I'm not happy with his performance. It's not made any difference whatsoever. But everyone is actually motivated, so I'm gonna start this half and hopefully, first of all, these don't get sent off. But we actually just, you know, put some pressure on them straight away in this half. Coulters is in behind them, putting us under pressure straight away in this half. But Maxted makes a save. Probably a false highlight. Hezentala, great ball to Geraldo. Can he whip the ball in? He does. He finds bait. That's a great save from Beanie again. Should have done better. He had all the goal to aim for and it hits it straight at the keeper. That's a clear-cut opportunity for it. It's the first one. But three against us. Murray wins the ball though. First to it in the 50-50. That's what we like to see. Jake McCarthy's struggling. Really is struggling. I think I'm going to take him off and bring on Akil Wright, who's a better defender. It seems, even though it says otherwise. 3-star. Akil Wright's 2.5-star, but Akil Wright does really well. To say that he can't really pass a ball. That means we've only got one change left. Only one more attacking change, which we might be looking to use. Johnny Bates had a fairly poor game. And he might be the one who makes way next time, albeit Josh Murray has got a yellow card. And as too as Grimshaw. But I probably will make a change at some stage, probably around the 70-minute mark if nothing else has happened. Here's a throw-in from D. Powell, whoever D. Powell is. Looks like he's come on for... No, he hasn't come on for Sinclair. He is a right midfielder taking a throw-in from the left. Bit strange if you ask me, but anyway. Basham chips it forward towards Comley. Grimshaw surprisingly wins a header. That's Pritchard though. And Agyapong plays it forward to Coulters. He's got him behind here and strikes it into the top left-hand corner. Pick that out. Maxted. Shaquille Coulters. First goal of the season from him. Bit disappointing. I have a sneaky feeling that Jääskeläinen might have saved it. We'll have a look here. Poor defending here. He must have quite a bit of pace around him. Yeah, the positioning is definitely questionable at best. And I don't know if you saw him. It looked like he just clapped his hands. It's like he was applauding the goal before it even went in. Murray though. Can we redeem some sort of pride here? I'll get a bit of pride. It's headed out to Powell. And it's wide to Murray. Can he get the ball whipped in? He crosses in. It's headed away by Basham. It comes back to Murray. Murray again whips it into Bates. Strikes it well, but it's blocked well. It's a corner. Hezentala with the resulting corner. Crosses in. Right heads into the side netting. Bit of a shame. But never mind. That's Grimshaw. Forward to Murray. And now it's Powell on the right hand side. Crosses in. Bait was nearly there. Geraldo's a go. And it's on target with Beanie's there waiting for it. Been quite an eventful game. Quite exciting. Even though we're losing 4-1, it's been a decent game to watch. End to end, we haven't been dominated. We've been competitive in terms of chances and possession. It's just that bit of quality. In this case, probably the defence more than attack. Liam Walsh still having a storming game with an 8.5 rating. But Comley's in behind now from Ackle-Wright's bit of sleeping, I suppose. Concentration, lack of. Even though his concentration is 10, which is decent. It's not amazing, but it's decent. Murray with a throw. It's around that 70-minute mark I was talking about before, but it's probably a bit too late for anything to happen. But look at this. Naby's in from Bates' pass. Can he find a shot? No, he can let Sinclair come and take it off his toe. Well done, Naby. Well done. Grimshaw heads away. Brown intercepts, and now it's Comley. Tries to find Powell, but Murray's there with a great challenge, and Naby is sent down the line, and for some reason it's like he's given up, so I am tempted to take him off here. Determination's only 10. Hesenthaler wins the ball. Now it's Walsh. Plays it forward to Bate. Look at the options he's got now. Powell crosses in towards Bate. Oh, he's put it over. And that will mean that we're going to make a change. And Saunders is going to come on for Adel Naby. He actually looks very tired, surprisingly. But it's been a pretty decent partnership. When Adel Naby was injured last season, we had Bate and Saunders up front. And we did quite well with them. Scored quite a few goals. And here they are again, Saunders. Finds Bate with a great pass. It's blocked though as the shot by Sinclair. And Powell now, can he knock it away? He finds Brown. And then it's chipped over the top for Odelusi, who looked offside, but Comley was going to take over that particular run. 15 minutes to go. Been a long ass game this. Hesenthaler. Play a long ball, and he does with great aplomb. Great ball to Geraldo. He's got Bate in support. No, it's Saunders in support, but he gets tackled by Johnson. He needs to be playing that a little bit quicker, and he actually needs to be a little bit quicker. I thought he had like 14 pace and a bit of strength about him. I think he's got 9 strength or something. 10 strength, I want to say. 10. Odelusi loses out to Wright, though, at the other end. And now Wright seems to be dwelling a little bit on the ball, but gives it away to Sinclair. Grimshaw, good winning challenge there, and Odelusi's got it again. Opportunity to run at the defence. And pick his spot, but he's put it over the bar. And Johnny Bate has got a 7.2 rating all of a sudden, and Powell's got 7.1 without really contributing, I don't think. Johnny Bate did get an assist. Meanwhile, they've just had a chance, but it's gone wide via a block. And cross comes in from Upson, headed away by Hesenthaler. Now it's Geraldo. Can he break with pace? He can, but he opts not to. We know he can. We've seen him do it. Well, I've seen him do it in the league. Powell to Walsh. Finds Bate. Was tackled easily, but then it's given to Hesenthaler. But then he gives it away, which is definitely unlike him. The captain for today. Now it's Wright. Sprays it out wide to Miggins. First time I've seen him for a while. Walsh inside to Bate. He's got a few options now. Who's he going to find? There's Saunders trying to go offside if he wants to, but he plays a 1-2 with him, and Bate scores. And all of a sudden 4-2. Is it twitchy bum time for Plymouth? We'll have to wait and see, but probably it's massively unlikely. But you know, it's promising. And again, showing how competitive we really are. I think on balance of play, I think something like a 4-3 result to Plymouth would probably be fair. You know, obviously we want better than that, but like a 4-4 perhaps, taking it ideally not to extra time because I don't really want it. I'm hoping for, I can't remember how it works, but I don't think there's extra time. Is there extra time? Or does it go straight to penalties? I don't think there's a replay. Someone correct me in the comments if you've watched this long. Comley though with a chance to seal it. Baxter actually makes a save. You can tell how surprised I am, and I'm surprised that's not even a clear-cut chance there. But there's a minute and a half to go. Boggers out to play for a goal kick. It's probably going to be all she wrote, but again, like I say, we've had a lot of chances each. Long throw from Johnson. Brown wins it, but only as far as Grimshaw. Grimshaw finds Powell. He's played quite well since he's come on. That's Bate. Look at the option. He had Geraldo there. Plays it out wide to Miggins instead, and he's in the crossing position. Crosses in, it's headed away. It's cleared away by D. Powell. I still need to work out who that is. But anyway, it's Odelusi on the break. And Wright wins the challenge 4-2. It's not a disgraceful performance. You know, we were unlucky really. We gave everything, and I can only be happy with that. I can't fault you for effort. Nobody expected you to win, but you did me proud, I think. Jake McCarthy, one of those games when they're playing against a better opposition, a higher standard of opposition, should I say, in a higher league. Plymouth, of course, starting League Two, but it's been quite a few seasons. I'm pretty sure they've been established, I want to say, in League One. I've clicked on his name by accident, but that's like the calibre of player we're up against. So it was always going to be tough, especially in the defensive part. But I think it does highlight the problems we might have in defence. But yeah, as you can see here, the very first season of this game, they got promoted. They nearly got straight up into the Championship. It looks like they missed out in the playoffs, and then since then they've been like a mid-table League 2 side. League 1 side, sorry. So, you know, it's not a disgrace to go out to them. And to score a couple of goals against them as well was particularly pleasing, but it's just the defensive side of it which really let us down. So on to the next. Well, let's check out this injury first. 7 to 9 weeks, really. I probably am going to have a look. I'm going to have a look at signing someone for that wing, or at least the left wing, and I can move Geraldo Martin across. I've clicked on the wrong thing. Schedule. Picking the next game for the Livecom. We're probably going to be looking at Northampton Town, I want to say, because it's the first game in October. So yeah, I think that's probably the game we're going to do. I was going to do the Crawley game, but it's in the middle of the month, so I'll just go for the Northampton game. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button. If you'd like to see more of this series, then feel free to subscribe. And if you think any of your friends might enjoy this series, send them in the direction of my channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. And as would the liking, commenting and subscribing. But until next time, until the Northampton game, I will see you then. Bye bye.